We're going to recap all the great news for this week with my guy, Valley Flying. We're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about new characters coming to the game. We got
everything.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Gambit. We're going to talk about Iceman.
My goodness.
We're going to talk about your eye. We're going to talk about farming bio gear. We're going to talk about ISO 8. We're going to talk about Anti-Venom. We're going to talk about Scream. We're going to talk about what to do with ISO 8. We're going to talk about, well, everything. We're going to probably gloss over She-Hulk real quick because nobody wants to talk about She-Hulk. And then we're also going to talk about Civic Blitz. Are you ready to do this?
I am.
Oh, unless you're excited about She-Hulk, are you? No,
I was 2 weeks ago before I found out she's a 4D character. Then
yeah, and then she's like lethargically slow. My God, boy. First things first. This was on Facebook, and then you posted it on Twitter. Well, let's get to the part that matters. They're dropping hints on characters that are coming in the next patch, and it's here. This. Yeah, it's down at the bottom. It says drop some hints about Cat, maybe Rob. For sure, he is cool. So that right there, Rob and cool, pretty much means Iceman. I think that's the easy one. I'm gonna say they're gonna lose it over. I'm gonna say Gambit because that's been alluded to by other people in the rumors, right? Gambit.
Yeah, and even this Facebook account has rumored it in a previous thing about a month ago.
Okay, so Iceman, Gambit, and then Cat could be Kate Bishop or Kitty Pryde.
Yes.
What do you think? I think they're going mutants here, right? And that's why I want to think Kitty Pryde, right?
Yeah, with these characters, Kitty Pryde does make more sense because you got mutant. Kate Bishop doesn't really fit in with the theme, so yeah, Kitty Pryde. Her real name's Catherine, so
yep.
Catherine Pryde.
Okay, so 3 new characters potentially coming into the game now. Farm bio gear, yes. Oh. Okay, farm your phosphates right now. Yeah, this is kind of weird. Anyways, thank you for whoever made this. I don't know who made this, Kedwin or somebody. Anyways, memes all the time. Farm bio gear. Listen, Shocker and Scream are bio. Get wrecked phosphates, and then
Electro,
whatever her name is. Electro with the O always would be wrong. Electro, Scream, Anti-Venom, and She-Hulk all bio. Let's talk about ISO 8. This is me showing off because I pulled one of these yesterday.
Look at that.
That's like a red star, 7 red star drop. Anyways, initial thoughts on ISO 8. Go. What are your first initial thoughts on ISO 8?
I think this is pretty good. It's very, very grindy, and that over time, in a couple months, that may wear on me and a lot of people. But right now, I think I prefer the grind over RNG. I prefer that any day because I know at least after X amount of time, I will get what I need for my characters. Whereas with red stars, it's years. I still don't have all the reds. I still haven't pulled all the red stars I have. With that store makes it a little easier. But this, I like ISO 8, and I like the fact that you could switch between. Let's say you put the wrong class of character, like you made him a fortifier when they should have been a healer.
Okay.
So easy to switch back and forth, and this makes it so easy.
So what Valley's talking about is that the classes, there's 5 to choose from: Skirmisher, Striker, Raider, Healer, so on, Fortifier, right? And which one should you use? And gotta tell you, the main thing that you need to know about this is you upgrade a character to level 1, right? And then you can choose a class, and you can toggle between classes very easily. Actually, I wish it was easier. You kind of have to go into the menu and do it.
I have to go to that screen. Yeah.
But it doesn't cost anything. I mean, it's kind of a hassle. I wish you could do it like in the menus or toggle real quick on the character by tapping the icon or something. So if you want to change between raid or whatever like that. But which ones do you pick? And I'm going to suggest this spreadsheet right here. This is a work in progress. And then it's being put up by Reminex and a bunch of his friends, Cranage and everything like that. And they've been compiling data on which characters put on first. As you see, Ebony Maw, Black Bolt, Symbiote, Spider-Man at the top of this list. And then the ISO 8 class that they're currently been testing. And like even right here, the comment says they've been toggling between Healer and Skirmisher. And then right now, this actually said Healer yesterday. So this is being updated constantly. And the beautiful thing about this is do whatever you want to do at the end of the day. I think this is just a good starting point. What do you think about all this?
Get the characters that you need. Focus on the characters. You could switch the classes super easily if you decide, oh, you know what, I picked the wrong class for the character. But just invest your T4s, or not your T4, invest your ISO 8s in the characters that you think you're going to be using a lot. And Arena, Raid, DD3, those type of characters that you've already invested heavily in.
Yeah.
they're probably who you want to keep heavily investing in those characters
Yep.
because they're good. They're
Yep.
good.
This makes it really easy to get started anyways, and then you could change it to whatever you feel is best over time. But initially, I think this is a good starting place. Let's talk about Anti-Venom and Scream. Let's talk about Scream first because Scream has been unlocked. We both have Scream. Tell me your initial thoughts of Scream currently without Anti-Venom.
Without Anti-Venom, still a very, very good character. Anti-Venom's going to take it over the top, but I'm using him or her in Ultimate 7.5, and I didn't get as far as you did in Ultimate 7.5 with the test, but on some of these earlier nodes before that second mini boss does very, very well. A lot of sustainability. I don't think my characters even went into the yellow into health with Scream in there. But
what characters were you using? Who's your fifth?
I was using the 4 and the 5th was Emma.
Okay.
And they did very well. The first one I used Psylocke, and that was an early node. Then I tried I tried Scientist Supreme for the revives because no matter how good you play, there's always a chance that your characters get one shot a bad character.
Yep.
So
there's one tap
I brought in
spam.
Scientist Supreme for that. That didn't go so well. I set on an Emma because of low cooldown. What they're missing from Anti-Venom, I figure she would replace that as much as possible. But I think Emma works the best from what I've tested so far. But there was another team that you were using that.
First of all, what does it matter? Anti-Venom's going to come out, and we're going to use that, right? So what does it matter? But for now, there's a lot of good combinations.
For a couple weeks.
Yeah,
we won't
what
have
does it matter? This is going to be the best team. But I was using Yo-Yo, Black Bolt, and I got this idea from Remenex actually, and I dropped Venom, and I was using the 3. And between the healer class, this is on turn apply minor regeneration to the lowest health out there because I had the healer classes on them, was basically enough to keep Yo-Yo and Black Bolt going. So I was happy with that.
You say on them. Are you talking all 5 members of the team?
No, the symbiotes. Yeah, the symbiotes specifically. Okay. The symbiotes, I was using the active healing. I was going off this list, and I've noticed that it's changed a couple times, right here, Symbiote Spider-Man. Where do they have him? They had him Raider. For a while, they had Healer. But I think at the time when I looked at this list, it was actually tagged Healer. So I think I did do Healer. And then this is where they keep changing it. Carnage used to say Healer. Now it says Skirmisher. So I might have to go in and toggle them around. I think
a lot of it is not just the character. It's how you're using the characters. What other classes of characters you have on that team. So I think it's going to be team dependent. You might have like Ebony Maw right there says healer and skirmisher in the notes. I mean, you might want to build up both and then be toggling depending what team you're using and what situation, what game mode you're using them in. So there might be multiple for different characters that are effective.
It's constantly changing, and so this list has changed a couple times. So I'm gonna have to probably find the ones that I like and toggle it around. Anyways, raids. I do like this this healer though, just so that I don't have to run a healer with Yo-Yo and Black Bolt. Kind of nice. Anyways, let's go to the most important thing probably that's happened in a minute. Would you agree? This is kind of a big deal right here for sure. Anti-Venom.
Ooh, yeah. This is the hot topic right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. What do you think about this guy? God tier? Wailing harder? What are you gonna do?
Yes. All the symbiotes, I'm wailing harder for them. But we saw the kit for Scream last week, and we you know what? It doesn't really matter how good Anti-Venom is. If he has that symbiote tag, oh, there he goes. That is what you need to do for Anti-Venom.
Exactly right.
Just having that symbiote tag makes him very good.
Yes.
But this kit is pretty over the top, and looks like it has a lot of use outside of that symbiote team as well. So,
how do you think he's going to be released? I mean, I know the data mine says Blitz, but they say that for every character. Do you think it'd be more milestones or Blitz? Right? I mean, I haven't seen anything definitive yet, right?
Well, they're not very creative with their release messages. Blitz, event, or milestone. So, and maybe there's a couple other that I can't think of on the top of my head. But as far as value, this guy is so good. He should be a milestone character.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe he's going to be the next milestone character, and they rotate between Anti-Venom and Emma. I'm hoping he's a Blitz release character because that's going to give more shards to a lot more people. So, I don't know. I'm hoping for Blitz, but I'm thinking probably milestones, unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll see.
We got to have. Where are you leaning for your predictions?
Well, we still need the second round of Emma, right? They said they were going to do 2 rounds of Emma, so I'm not sure. They
didn't say it would be back to back.
I'm not sure. Maybe Emma's coming back before Anti-Venom. But anyways, I am beyond hyped. Do you see where do you think they're going to fit? Okay, first of all, let's just put this out there. They're going to destroy raids. They're going to destroy Dark Dimension 3. That's a given, right?
Possibly autoing 7.5.
Yes. Yeah, it looks that way. It looks that way. I mean, we're almost there right now with ISO 8 and Scream. What do you think about Arena? I'm not sure.
Question. I'm hearing a lot of people saying that they can counter Black Order just based on their theory crafting. Black Order's tough, man. Black Order's very tough on defense, even with a full Black Order team.
Yeah.
The timing of the flip is gonna matter.
Yeah.
How effectively they could get through Cull is gonna matter, because if
it's gonna come down to
take
Cull,
out some of those
it's
other
gonna be Cull,
targets, the Black Order's gonna fall apart. So. How fast can they get through Cull is going to be the big question.
See, I think the team is a snowball team. If they can get a kill, then they get the speed up, and then if they land a negative effect, then they can spread them, and then they could do cool things with that. But if you don't land a negative effect, I think the team might get slowed down drastically. And if you don't get a kill, I see it being just crazy in raids, and probably good against every team except for teams that have that high resistance tank. I'm thinking like Colossus or Juggernaut, something like that. I'm not sure how Cull's going to fit into that, because he's not the same as Colossus and Juggernaut, right?
Yeah, his resistance isn't as crazy. Even unempowered Thanos has crazy resistance on his taunt.
Unempowered Thanos might even be scarier. That might be a thing.
Possibly. Yeah, hybrid team. But I mean, we were talking a couple weeks ago. What are they missing? Everything they're missing is covered except for that high resistance taunts. They could beat everything else.
Well, and I do like that, because I mean, there's any great team that's been released, there's usually a counter to it or a downside. Like Phoenix, you can't use her in raids. Black Order, it has to be a complete 5, right? Like, you can't break it up. Stuff. Yeah. There's always like some little thing that is like, or Ultron. Oh, well, then they got Black Bolt, and if you can ability block Ultron earlier, he kind of gets slowed down. There's always been something, right? And maybe that's just symbiotes. Their weakness is going to be high resistance tanks, and I'm completely okay with that. I certainly don't want to have them invincible or anything like that. Let's go to something that we are not that excited about.
I was excited about this a couple weeks ago.
Well, first of all, she does have high health. She does have 15% healing. She does do some cool things with Fantastic War on defense, but that means we never get to play her. She's lethargically slow, man. Way slower than I ever would have thought. 88. I made the comment in your videos, I'm going to have fun playing against other people's She-Hulk, maybe destroying them or figuring out how to defeat them. But this is not going to be, she might be completely skippable. What do you think?
I totally agree. I mean, we talked about some of the other War D characters on my video, the Taskmaster, Red Skull. At least those War D characters made some unusable characters usable. She's making a War offense team into a War defense team. A very good War offense team into a War defense team.
Yeah.
Does not excite me at all.
Okay, so full disclosure, I'm going to be getting her and upgrading her, using her and converting my team to defense on War, but I don't think everybody needs to do that. I really don't. I think, I mean, the alliances that I'm in, or the situation we're in is we're clearing our opponents, and it's usually a race to who clears first, but I know that a lot of people aren't clearing, which means that they probably need to shift resources from defense to offense so that they can full clear, right? And this is doing the opposite of that. So I think, this is taking an effective offensive War team and converting it into a defensive War team, where I don't think a lot of alliances don't even need to do that or shouldn't be looking into that.
Yeah, it's tough. You think about it. You have 8 teams on defense, right? Mm-hmm. And there's maybe 6 meta teams, depending if you're counting Black Order or not, if you're using offense and defense. That means there's potentially 3 other non-meta teams that Fantastic Four can punch up against big that you're going to see in every war. Now you're removing that, putting them on defense. It doesn't sound that exciting to me. I think I still need my Fantastic Four for some of those big punch-ups.
She does have high health, but Emma has higher health. She does have self-healing, so she's going to be just as annoying as Emma is on defense. They will spawn with defense up. There's an additional double attack from Mr. Fantastic, and she does some cool things. I think it's going to be an annoying team to play against, and I'm looking forward to that. But boy, 80 speed means that I don't see her getting used in PvP with that 88 speed or whatever the speed is. I don't see her getting used in PvP. I don't see her getting used anywhere other than on this team on defense and war. So let's move on. Something also.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. What's that?
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Anyways, future feature Blitz Sim. I'm pretty hyped about this because you know how I feel about Blitz. And so this is confirmed by the developers that this is coming out officially in December. It was accidentally shown, Nick, last week for 5 minutes in game. I personally got to do that. Did you get to do that? Were you?
I did not.
I did. It's actually.
I think I was editing when this went live, so I didn't get to try it out in game.
And the beauty of it is you actually can lose. It's not like you just win. Basically, way I play Blitz is like I pick my two teams, take forever to load into the battle, hit auto, and then it loads out, right? Basically, this one button did that automatically, which means if you're picking
in
the
a couple
wrong
seconds instead of a few minutes.
Seconds, yeah. And so what that means is that you have to build the correct teams with your roster and pick the correct matchups, and then you hit the button, then you find out if you won or lost.
Yeah.
The best. Let's do it.
I love it.
Let's do it.
Now the only thing that I'm not liking so far, they said that the raid thing is a work in progress.
No, yeah, they said
raids.
Yeah,
the Greek raids, you could put that thing on auto, skip all that load time. I mean, when is the last time you? Well,
have you noticed the load time?
I'm not talking about autoing it. When is the last time you played a Greek raid?
Oh yeah, I do. Well, when I want to see Zemo blow up people or something, right? It's like Zemo just leads everybody before they go, and that's great. Have you noticed the load times are better? At least on BlueStacks they are. Load times between battles seem a lot better to me. I don't know what they did in the patch.
I have not noticed either way.
Okay, so
either way.
I'm pretty excited about all this. I'm pretty thrilled for everything coming to the game, and you know what that means?
Scream.
Well, we can get Scream, but I think I wanted to go to the hit the
I know
wrong button.
It's time for give some free stuff away.
It's time for the giveaway, right?
Love it.
A big shout out to Ari for making this. I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account an 8-star Kingpin Boomer. This is not a scam. Dude, look at those hands, man. You know what they say about big hands?
Oh my goodness.
Big gloves.
What is being insinuated about you right here?
Yeah, big gloves. His arm, dude, that looks so weird. Dude, Kingpin's proportions look so weird in that game. In the game.
They expanded your head too. Your head got a little wider for this.
Yeah, I kind of like the end of the Spider-Verse Kingpin, where his shoulder and his head was just like in the middle of his body, and his body was over the top, and his head was just in the middle of his torso, like this.
All right, guys. All right, all you graphic designers out there that are OMG fans, you have been challenged.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Another one, a different one.
Anything you want to say before we go?
Check out our news video. We just shot it, and it will be edited and be up a few hours after this video goes up.
So we did this is a under 20-minute version of your video, which actually we talk about 10,000 other things in your video.
Everything of that.
Yeah. Head over to Valley Flying's channel, do that, and then also in the description is the link to that amazing Reminix spreadsheet, and be sure to check out him on Twitch as well. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and keep on ganging. Bye.